I still have a long way to go, but I've come so far. I can see and feel the changes in my body on an almost daily basis now. It's really exciting and brings a huge sense of accomplishment with it. It's nice to look in the mirror and smile because you can see your body changing shape right before your eyes. Inside and out, I'm changing the me that I was, and that's a phenomenal feeling. I remember days when I could barely muster up the strength to get out of bed. I had no energy, no drive, and felt like I had no control over any aspect of my life. I spent my time, as you pointed out, wallowing in my own depression. Occasionally I'd surf the net to try and find ways to feel better about myself. Things I could do to dig out of the hole I had fallen into. Almost every time, without question, the answer was the same: exercise, exercise, exercise. I already had so many reasons to hate the me I saw when I looked in the mirror, but I also hated what the me looked like. Out of shape, a blah-looking person, really. I know some of that was my own insecurities from being depressed, but a lot of it was real. I had not taken good care of myself. I decided that even though I couldn't control a lot of the things in my life, I could control what I looked like, and by extension, I hoped it would make me feel better about me. I didn't know how long I would be in my funk, but I was determined that if I ever snapped out of it, I would have one accomplishment I could be proud of. I would get in the best shape of my life. That was and still is the goal. It's a work in progress, not without its ups and downs, but I'm on my way. There is no end game. This is a life change. It's not a New Year's resolution, it's a life resolution. Forever. I started the diet while we were still together. I was doing an okay job of shedding some weight, and when we were through, I did an even better job. I wouldn't call it an accomplishment, though. It was more of a depression diet. Still, my overall eating habits gradually began to change. I took the things I'd learned from you and started to apply them to my life. Lots of water, lots of chicken, lots of fruits, lots of veggies, and not just the bad ones, good ones. Squash minus all the cornmeal and oil, green beans, broccoli minus the cheese sauce you made that was so good, skim milk, apples, blueberries, strawberries. It's become a way of life now. You can't begin to imagine the amount of fresh fruits and veggies that I go through. It's crazy, but in a good way. My dinner tonight would have made you envious. About 4 ounces of grilled chicken topped with pico de gallo and black beans, mixed veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, a plain sweet potato, and some frozen corn. Who am I? There are several things I haven't had since we broke up. No French onion dip and chips, no microwavable crap like the stuff I used to pile up in your freezer. I rarely eat fast food or red meat of any kind. It's been quite a change, but a welcome one. I've become very dedicated to my diet, very aware of the things I put into my body. After all, like I said, this change is inside and out, every part of my life. Keep the few good qualities I had and get rid of the bad. Occasionally, as a reward, or treat as the kids would call it, I do allow myself a free day. It's nice to have something to look forward to. It's funny, though, on those free days I feel embarrassed when I buy a candy bar or maybe some ice cream. I hide it towards the bottom of my basket. That's pretty different from the guy who used to go on junk food runs every night. For as good as my eating habits have become, though, there's always room for improvement. That's another thing I've learned throughout this entire ordeal. I can always get better. I can always improve. I've been working very hard on shaping my body as well. I was hit and miss this summer, but the past few months I've become extremely dedicated. I lift weights 4 to 5 days a week, chest and shoulders one day, arms the next, abs the next, and get lots of cardio. Eventually I want to get lots of tattoos, but I want to be in the kind of physical shape that will allow me to show them off. The truth is, I spent too long being average. I don't want to be average anymore, and I won't. I joined a running club toward the end of the summer and started a running streak not long after. My goal is 1,000 miles and 365 straight days of running, rain, sleet, hail, or snow. Some days are a real test, but I've pushed through the cold, the snow, the ice. I have to say there's something very calming about running in sub-freezing temperatures. Days that are so cold my MP3 player won't even work. Running in silence where the only noise I hear is the rhythm of my breathing or the sound of my feet hitting the ground. It's surreal. It's a great time to just think, reflect, and let your emotions out. I'm at 92 days as I type this. The only thing that can stop me is me. I'm learning to overcome those little nicks and dings too. I'm running at a lighter weight, which helps, staying hydrated and stretching. I even take ice baths a few nights a week. Talk about cold. I wonder if you'll get that reference. You can put this with all the other ridiculous statements I've made over the past few months, but I say this with the utmost sincerity. Running has helped save my life. It's given me a purpose. It's my escape. I still don't know exactly where I belong, but I feel free when I'm running. I could write a book, and who knows, maybe I will, with the title, How Running, the Girl of My Dreams, a Bridge, a Concrete Slab, and a Couple of Trees Saved My Life. Long title, huh? It's true, though. I run most of my miles at the park. Surprise, surprise. It's where I feel most comfortable. It's the place that inspires me. It's one of the last places we all went together. It's got everything a fool like me could need. The tree I carved our initials into. The tree we all climbed on. The covered bridge you took pictures in, which also has our initials with the date of our first kiss. A concrete slab in the middle of the woods with NSAGP scribbled on it that I use as my turnaround point. The whole place in general. The memories of you and the kids on the playground, the chocolate slide, the path we all walked. As crazy, as silly, as pathetic as all that likely seems, it's been a godsend to me. A place to recover, to get better, to let go. It's where I feel closest to you. I doubt any of you think of me anymore, but I constantly remember and think of you. Maybe someday I'll be able to hide you in the back of my mind, but not yet. Even though I run every day, I feel like I have to keep moving all the time, so I try to get extra cardio in the evenings. I ride a stationary bike almost every night. Honestly, if my body was capable of it, I would work out every second of every day. It really is the best antidepressant. Even the bike, as boring as it can seem, is a rush. A few days ago, someone asked me how light I wanted to get, what my weight goal was. The last time I got on a scale, I weighed 173 pounds. To put that in perspective, I weighed as much as 215 pounds during our relationship, and at my lightest, I was in the 190-ish range. Anyway, I told this person that I didn't have a weight goal, that I'm just eating healthy and exercising every day. I just want to be fit. In the end, I will weigh whatever I'm supposed to weigh. When I lose all of the unnecessary body fat, when my arms, my chest, my shoulders, and my abs are toned and muscular, when I can lace up my shoes and run 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles, just because I feel like it, then I guess I will be at my weight goal. I just want to be a new, better me. The number on the scale is just that, a number. I want to be in the best shape of my life, and I will be. I want to be proud of the me I see when I look in the mirror, the me inside and the me outside. And I would have never gotten this far if it wasn't for you. I would have never gotten to where I'm going to get without you. Sherry, you are so beautiful. You kept yourself in such great shape. You went out of your way to look good. Not that it should matter. I would love you no matter what. But I failed you as a boyfriend by not doing the same for you. Just another thing I'm sorry for. This is another aspect of my life that you are driving. Another thing I need to thank you for. Even if I never see you again, you are my inspiration. You are my purpose. And as long as I understand that you don't owe me anything, and there are no guarantees in life, I don't see anything wrong with letting you drive me ahead. Every mile I run, every pedal of the bike, every weight I lift is inspired by you. I think you would be very proud of me.